So, welcome to this 10-minute express yoga practice for strong shoulders. We're just going to take a little moment to work on the shoulder region, but also mobilizing the spine and part of the upper body. So, to open this practice, let's begin just in a comfortable seat. And I just want us to take 5 full breaths. You can close the eyes if you'd like to. And with every passing breath, just allow that inhale and exhale to become a little bit fuller. And as you come to the end of your next breath, I just want you to move into a tabletop position. So, generally for me, I always shift to one side, kick the legs around, and then bring myself to that tabletop all four shape. Hands are roughly underneath the shoulders. We've got the knees roughly underneath the hips. And when it comes to knees and wrists in contact with the ground, you can always bring some padding in. So maybe that's a rolled up blanket, maybe that's a couple of cushions underneath the knees. So from here, I want us to start with our cat and our cow pose. But I want us to do one thing before we start the movement. So I want you to imagine that the palms of the hands are glued into the mat. From there, I want you to just pull the hands back ever so slightly, and at the same time, pull the shoulders away from the ears. From here, see whether you can kind of keep that pulling back motion as you breathe in. You stretch the front of the t shirt, you look forward. And as you breathe out, you stretch the back of your t shirt and you look towards your knees. That's it. Just move in between these 2 points with your breath. Last one. And then return to your neutral shape. And I just want us to bring a little bit of movement into the wrists now. So we're starting off with the fingertips pointing towards the top edge of the mat. And all I want us to do is start to send the shoulders forward ever so slightly and then draw the shoulders back. Just starting to load a little bit of weight into the wrists before we bring it back and out. Excellent. From here, I want you to switch the position of the wrists, turn the fingers out, and then just start to shift left and right, sending all of that weight into one hand and then back across to the other. Now remember, you're in control of how much you move through this. For some of us, this may look completely different to others, where maybe it's a smaller movement, or for some of us, maybe it's a bigger movement. And then I just want us to finish up. And for some of you, bum may go back towards the heels for this one. I want you to finish up by turning the fingertips back towards the body. So it may look a little bit more like this, or you may be able to be in that tabletop position. And from here, you can go left to right, you can go forwards, and you can go backwards. Really just moving around in this area. You've got to move in a way that works for you, that feels right for you. And for some of us, that's taking all of the weight out of it and looking like this. Excellent. Now from here, we're going to take those hands back into that tabletop position. And I would like us to start to drop down into a forearm plank. Okay. So once we're in the forearm plank, we're going to bring a bit of movement into the shoulder blade. So coming down onto the forearms, you can interlace the fingers and you can just start to press down into those forearms. Then you can wiggle the knees back. And for some of us, we're going to tuck the toes under and lift the knees. For others, we're going to keep the knees in contact with the ground. And I love to bend the legs here because it just connects a more comfortable part of my knee. From here, we're all just trying to hover the hips just above the ground. And I want you to press down into those forearms, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Let the breath be full. Even as we're holding these shapes, leave space for the breath. Excellent. Now, depending on how you're feeling, I'm going to suggest you all bring knees back down to the ground. I want us to bring a bit of movement into the shoulder blades. So, we're going to draw the shoulder blades together. Chest is going to drop. And then as we exhale, we're going to pull the shoulder blades apart. We're going to do 5 of these. Inhale, shoulder blades together. Exhale, shoulder blades apart. 3 more. Last one. And that leads us really nicely to dropping down onto the front of the body. Hands can come to that space just under the shoulders. Now from here, I want us to start to bring a little bit of engagement into the back. So, get those elbows to point towards the back of the mat. Keep the palms down on the ground. You can tuck the toes under if you would like to. And what I want you to do from here is, as you next exhale, start to lift the chest, the chin, hover the hands up. Keep the feet in contact with the ground. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, lower down. Now we're going to go for 3 more of these. Exhale, curl up. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, come down. Exhale, shoulder blades together. Inhale, down and relax. Last one. And then from here, we're going to push through the hands. I want us to come back to tabletop. So elbows pointing back, hands on the ground, keep knees grounded. We're going to exhale. We're going to push the ground away. We're going to lift ourselves up. We're going to walk the hands back. We're going to reset into that tabletop position. And I just want us to finish up this little practice now with a downward facing dog. So tucking the toes under, send that bum all the way back towards the heels. And as you next breathe in, press that bum up towards the ceiling. Go as high as you can, keep the heels lifted. As you exhale, I want you to take that chest, press it towards the toes. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Keep pushing down into the hands. If you want to, you can bend the legs a little bit and drop the heels down towards the ground. 2 more. And as you next exhale, guide the knees back down to the mat. Shift the knees to one side, drop the opposite hip to the other, and let's make our way back into a comfortable seat. And I would just like to say thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.